2021. Will, are short deals good or bad for the league?
I think not only short deals, but I'm worried about all this player movement. I'm worried about all this free agency. I'm worried about players dictating their outcome. And let me explain to you why. I'm afraid that we're trading 1 or 2 really exciting weeks in the offseason for long-term deep connections between fans and teams. Now listen, I'm not saying everybody's like me, okay? A lot of NBA fans root for dudes, for individuals, for amazing performances. That's not how I am with sports. Look, I'm a fan, and I make no bones about it. I hide nothing, okay? Does Will have a little bit of bias for the Cowboys? A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit?
But it doesn't get in the way of me telling the truth. That's how it is, man. Look, I was born to my teams, and I believe that's the way sports works. I view sports through the prism of your team and fandom. Cowboys, Mavericks, Rangers, and Longhorns. That's where I start. And then the sport at large and the individuals and the superstars within it grow from there. That's how I roll, okay? I understand there are people that are different. What I worry is if players come and go, call each other up on the phone. Kawhi Leonard says Paul George demand a trade 1 year into a 4-year deal. People are here today, gone tomorrow. 1 year in Toronto, the next in LA. 2 years with the Clippers, then 2 years with the Lakers. What you end up jeopardizing, perhaps in the long term, is the commitment, the affection, and the deep connection between a fan and his team. This is a loyalty. I don't want to hear about owners and franchises and whether or not you can get traded and that it's an unfair relationship where Kawhi 1 minute can get traded by the owner, but he can't dictate his outcome. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people that you make money off of, right? The people that buy tickets and watch on television, the fan. I'm worried that all of this frenzy over a week in the summer can diminish the connection to a team that you maintain over a season. I am worried you're giving away the long term for the short term.
I gotta grasp this. It's an old school mentality, Will, where you say, you know what? You're a Laker for life. You're a Knick for life. You're a Maverick for life. You're Dirk Nowitzki, you're Kobe Bryant, heck, Nick Collison with the Thunder.
Tim Duncan with the Spurs.
It's just not realistic in 2019. Players think with their own mind. They understand their own brands. They know they are more than just a statistic or number. And in all reality, I understand you're absolutely heartbroken. We saw what LeBron James, people lost jobs. The economy suffered. It wasn't the same. Heck, Ryan Hollins came in town. That wasn't no type of replacement, okay? Neither here nor there. But here's the reality, Will. If you are Miami, you get to experience LeBron James. If you are the Clippers, you get 2 stars, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. We saw Clipper Darrell in literal tears. The man got in his car and drove to Staples Centers. Do you understand me? So while there are markets that miss out, they're heartbroken by missing their guy. There is another chapter, not just for the player, but for the fans of those teams. And if you build your market the right way, you play things the right way, you set yourself up, well, you have an opportunity to sign those guys. You do things the right way. Heck, Oklahoma City had Harden, Westbrook, Kevin Durant. You draft well. San Antonio, championship after championship. Milwaukee took a chance on Giannis Antetokounmpo, a kid who played in the 2nd division overseas. And guess where they are now? An opportunity to be NBA champs or at least compete for it next year. So if you're a small market team, my problem isn't that players are choosing to move. Run your organization the right way. And I know it stinks for the fans. Don't point at the player, Will. Point at the organization.
Look, I'm not sitting here today telling you that free agency shouldn't exist. I'm not begrudging the player of a right.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go work wherever I want to work. And I want NBA players to be able to make the same choices in life for geography, for friendship, for money. But what I'm telling you is Not the way it should be, but the way it is. And this will come at a cost. Maybe I'm wrong. I love Dak Prescott. I love his character. I love his leadership abilities. I love his personality. And I love his quarterbacking ability. That all comes secondary to the fact that he's the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. That's the reason I invest in the first place. Now, whatever you describe about Clippers fans being excited that Kawhi is there today, and I have no doubt, you ought to be excited.
You're excited.
It's not as deep, Ryan, and you have to know that. Do you think, no matter what, the Lakers fans are ever going to be as connected or care as much about LeBron James as they do Kobe Bryant? The names you rattled off in San Antonio, what was that built on? Guys being there forever. Duncan, Ginobili, Parker. We're talking decades. Dirk could run for mayor of Dallas. I don't even know if Dirk has a U.S. citizenship yet, but they would elect him mayor of Dallas. This is a deep connection, the kind that establishes you through the hard times. I have been living through hard times as a Dallas Mavericks fan, and I'm back. We're back, baby. Luka and KP, we're back.
I'm rolling.
I stuck through. I rode through the hard times because of the connection to the franchise.
But that's more of an old school mentality as well, don't you think?
People say that. People say that, Charlie. You say it's generational. Maybe. Is it old school? What I'll tell you, though, is I think there are other people out there like me, and I think they have a deep connection to their team. They don't follow LeBron from the Cavs to the Heat, back to the Cavs to the Lakers.
I want to throw this out. It's a serious question. When a player is injured, hurt, or he cannot compete at the same level that he once performed at, what normally happens to that player? What normally happens?
He's traded, he's cut, he's
gone, right?
Away.
Gone.
Yes.
Completely unfair to who?
The player.
The player. So when a player is playing at peak performance, has his prime, can still play good basketball, football, baseball, whatever it may be, why not allow these guys the right to move on? Why not allow them to go test the market?
You're back to talking about rights.
No, but it is about that. Because even as a fan, it's selfish even as a fan to say, oh, man, get rid of that guy. We're done with him. But the guy who has value, the guy going out and getting 20 and 10, I have a connection to him. And guess what? He's mine. He stays with us. No, he's not yours. You have to earn the privilege to have him play for your team. You have to make sure you build around him. You have to make sure you put pieces to the puzzle in which that player can succeed. And guess what? He's his own man, whether it be Kawhi, KD, LeBron James, Paul George, and has a right to go and move on.
Let me give you an illustration. I don't know how much. Over there, sitting right over there beyond the cameras, right? Right there. He sits there every day. That's Russ. He runs the floor for this show, right? He counts us in and counts it. Do you know, I don't think he's going to get too mad at me. Do you know what Russ asked me before we came into the show? To what his question was. Lifelong Knicks fan. Sometimes we ride the subway together back up north. And he talks about the Knicks get this guy, they get lifelong Knicks fan. He said, you think I should get a Brooklyn jersey? You think I can go KD and Kyrie? I said, Russ, you can do it, but I'm not going to respect you. I'm going to tell you right now, that is not, and you're not going to do it, right? Please, right?
No,
you're not going to do it, right?
I think we're going to see you at Barclays. We're going to see you at Barclays.
That's not the backbone of the NBA. The NBA is the backbone of the fandom is Russ sticking with the Knicks through it all, man. Sticking all the way through.
But that's also
generational. I mean, not to point fingers at you guys.
Saying Russ is younger than me?
No, I'm saying the same thing, right?
Yeah, okay. I got something for you. There's an NBA star who chose loyalty. Didn't go take the high road, didn't go demand a trade, didn't want to get out. Let me finish. And this man has been nothing but scrutinized. And the fact that he stayed with his own team, competed, worked hard, did everything he could possibly do, he gets no benefits from it. No respect. Zero respect for loyalty.
Who?
Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook.
I don't know that you mean loyalty hasn't earned him anything?
He has chose to stay with his team in Oklahoma, and it's not a sexy market.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't think you're right. I think the fans in Oklahoma City, they know the loyalty show. It's about what the fans in Oklahoma City feel about it. And wait, I'm not done. You know what else I think? I think they're going to understand that it's time for him to go. When he says, I need to be traded, I think the fans in Oklahoma City are not going to hold it against him.
But hear me.
They recognize the situation.
But here, that time is up. The same people that are calling Kevin Durant a snake and going at him and we can't stand him, this and that, they're telling you that Russell Westbrook ain't worth nothing. And this man chose loyalty. So at a certain point as a player,
the Oklahoma City fans aren't saying that about Russ.
You got to understand, you are going to be criticized whether you win, lose, or draw. There's always going to be something that you can do more.
I'm going to make you a bet. I'm going to make you a bet.
Player.
If and when Russ is traded from the Thunder, you will not see the Russ burning of jerseys.
No, it won't.
Even with Russ,
I'm not saying that.
Participating, not demanding,
I agree
participating in his trade, saying it's time to go. It won't be like that.
No,
because of the loyalty he's earned.
I agree, but what I'm saying is that as a player, you're going to be scrutinized regardless. You might as well choose yourself, your family, do what's best for you in your prime, and players get that now.
Well, that seems, a lot of the players are in the driver's seat, especially this offseason. A total of 5 All-Star NBA players have changed teams this offseason. According to the Elias Sports Bureau, that is the most in a single offseason in NBA history.
Anybody go to Dallas?
All right, coming up, what move is Miami calling the most overrated of the offseason? That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Sign and trade for Wright.